Okay, good evening. Today, these are the today's newspaper topics, and some of the news are very important, especially from today's newspaper, and some of them are somewhat you need some in-depth knowledge that I will provide. So here, uh, just overall view, we will see from the titles of the newspaper. So first I have mentioned here it is from the science and tech portion. It is the ISRO begins assembly of HLV M3 for Gaganyaan flight. Actually, this Gaganyaan is a project uh, which is means it's a Sanskrit word. Okay, wait a minute. It's a Sanskrit word. Gaganyaan. Gaganyaan means in Sanskrit it is vehicle to sky. Vehicle to sky, which means it's a project of around $90 billion. Okay, its project cost is about $90 billion. And the aim of this project is to demonstrate human space flight capability, which means sending the human or astronauts to the lower Earth orbit, which means around 400 kilometer above the Earth, and sending them to that lower Earth orbit, making them to stay for 3 days, then bringing them back to the Earth. This is the project. We will see full detail in the newspaper clips. Okay. Then the environment, we had two topics. One is the strengthening the roots of agri-carbon market. Okay, this is one pure subject related the news. Okay, there are some concepts are there, carbon pricing. Okay, and different methods are there, and some standards are followed. So what are the different carbon credit markets are there? That is in the editorial page that we will see. Then formulate policy to manage sacred groves. This is the one Supreme Court has given one order. You have to protect a sacred groves. Okay, this one. Then in the polity section, these are the three topics. Among the three, the fourth one is more important. Recently, Supreme Court gave a verdict about the Section 6A of the Citizenship Act 1955. Okay, so the full detail about this entire act we have to go through. It is a more important subject point of view, exam point of view, prelim point of view. Then other two topics are it's a very not that much important. The electronic distraction. It talks about the EVM machine. The opposition parties are always complaining on the EVM machines. So what steps has been taken by the election commission? Really, that complaint is a worthy one from the election commission side. So these things are discussed in the topics. Another one, there is a problem is going on the Manipur and Nagaland, Mizoram. So there the government has ordered the foreigners to enter into such states. It has been restricted. Okay, these are the news from the policy side. And international relation, the positive signals emerged from India, China. It was the front page news, and how the two countries are moving forward towards a good friendly relation state. This is what the news talks about. Then in the economic side, net direct tax collection has raised around 16.5 percentage. In terms of cost, we can say around 15.82 lakhs crore. Okay, this is what how it has been increased and what are the direct tax are there that we have to study. Then one of the GK question, the Sahitya Academy Award has been given to a historian Venkatachalapati, who wrote or who did more work on Vivo Sidambaram, a freedom fighter from Tamil Nadu. So these are the overall short summary about the today's newspaper topics from the today's newspaper. We will see one by one. Now come to the main pages of the newspaper clips. So this is what I have mentioned in the previous page. The positive signals emerge from India-China talks. already we had come across many news regarding this Indo-China relationship. Okay, and this is one of there is one group called Special Representative Talks, SR. Okay, special representative talk. Yeah, yesterday also we had a news regarding this one. The Ajit Doval, he met the China's counterpart and discussed about many things. Now the 3 terms has been given in this news. 3 terms or 3 phrases. Each phrases is having more meaning or sound meaning. Those terms you can use in the main answer writing. So one term here they have mentioned, it is where it is. Wait. Positively affirmed. This is one term. Note it down. Positively affirmed. That means India and China positively affirmed the outcome of their disengagement agreement on the line of actual control. This is what already we have seen. One the last month in the first week, China and India had an agreement with this one disengagement agreement on the line of actual control, which means they have to Indian troops and both the troops are allowed to engage, are allowed to monitor the situation. Okay, especially in the Ladakh region. This is what the agreement already has been done. So that agreement reflects that it has been achieved through the positively affirmed condition or affirmed outcome. So what is positively affirmed means? These phrases are used to change the negative or unhelpful thoughts. Once again, I'm repeating, these terms or these phrases are used to change the negative or unhelpful thoughts about between 2 countries or between the 2 relationship. Okay, because why they have used this term means few years before. Few years means in the year 2020. In the 2020, we had a clash with China. China had a clash with India in the Galwama attack. Both the troops were attacked on each other. After that, the relations between China and India has deteriorated. So to improve that one, so instead of thinking about the past negative aspects, we have to think about positive direction or positive direction with healthy thoughts or with okay. So that is what. So we have to remove unhelpful thought. That is why they use the term positively affirmed. This is one term. Another term they are used in this international relationship, that is some more substantive discussion. This one. Okay, what it is that? Substantive discussion means in-depth discussion which involves matters of major importance for the both the countries. Okay, which means not like சும்மா அப்படி ஓவராலா பேசிட்டு போறது கிடையாது. Okay, so in-depth discussion also there about the relationship between 2 countries. At the same time, that discussion, that in-depth discussion involves the matter of major important. That is one. So that importance, it's about a 6-point consensus around அதாவது 6 இதுல உடன்படிக்கை உருவாகி இருக்கிறது. But the both the countries or the external affairs ministry did not reveal what are the 6 points, but the agreement it has been mentioned. Okay, and because this is another one. So third one, the strategic communication. The third phrase they have used in the international relation, that is strategic communication. Okay, what is strategic communication? It's a specialized method of sharing and receiving information between 2 countries. Okay, once again, it's a specialized method. Communication is normal communication, but strategic communication means the communication talks about a strategic importance of 2 countries. So it's a specialized method of sharing and receiving the information to achieve some goals. To achieve some goals means internationally the relations between 2 countries had some goals. So the topmost goal is the peace relationship. Second topmost goal is the trade between 2 countries should be smooth and win-win situation. Third one, always when the both should have maintained a friendly relation between each other. Okay, so these are the topmost organized goal between 2 countries. So for that, the normal communication changed into be a strategic communication. So because of the strategic communication, so these are the changes. They changes are these are the action resumed. எதெல்லாம் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா Kailash Mansarovar pilgrimage from India to Tibet, and data sharing on the trans-border rivers and border trades. So these are all renewed. Okay, this is what the article talks. Okay, so overall, not only China, in any country, whoever in a relationship with India, we should have these three terms. We should have the three terms, or our diplomatic style go on with these three terms. So positively affirmed relationship, and a substantive discussion with the both countries, and a strategic communication between both the countries. So this has to be done with the other countries, neighboring countries like Pakistan and Nepal, then Malaysia, and this Maldives, then in Sri Lanka. Okay, so these are so whenever your questions related to these are the neighboring countries and relationship with other countries, then use these three terms and note it down also. And the continuity of this topic is in the page number 12. Some whatever the point we discuss, everything will be there, because already said the relation between India China changed after the border clash which took place in 2020. Okay, and this talks between the special representative talks, the result of the special representative talks, that was called positively affirmed the implementation of latest disengagement agreement in October 2024, that agreement done between India and Pakistan. So that according to that agreement, that allowed both the countries patrolling and grazing in the relevant areas. Okay, relevant area. This one. Another one, resumption. Okay, another resumption of continuing certain things after a long period of time. Another resumption, another, it started in 2003. The listen, resumption of diplomatic mechanisms. Okay, resumption of diplomatic mechanism. Previously it was stopped fully. Then this one, and in 2019, what had happened? This is in this paragraph. The news is recalling the Chinese army amazed troops and transgressed along the LAC. Amazed means a group of people attack on other, leading to skirmishes. Skirmishes means it's a short fight between the group of people. That is skirmishes, short fight between the group of people. The group of people is Chinese army and Indian army. Okay, that events led to the deadly Galwan clashes. This is what I said in the year 2020. The first time they had been casualties between two armies in the more than 4 decades. Okay, 40 வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் ரெண்டு சைடுலயும் ஒரு casualty இறப்பு வந்து அப்படின்னா because of this Galwan clashes. Okay, after that more than 4 years there won't be any positive step taken place between India and China. But now in the October 2023, both the countries come to an agreement for disengagement, and because of the strategic communication, they have allowed the pilgrimage one, then trade, exchanging the trade related data and trans borders data. These are the things, actions took place. One, then okay, the overall these special representative talks, the result into restore the political trust and promote collaboration in economic trade and cultural areas, thus ensuring stable development in their bilateral relation. இந்த வார்த்தையெல்லாம் அப்படியே நோட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, you can use this for any other foreign international relations related questions. Okay, these are the words: the restore political trust and promote collaboration in economic trade and cultural areas, ensuring stable development in the bilateral relations. Okay, how we can make the stable development through these positively affirmed action, substantiate discussion, and the strategic communication. Like that, you have to use these words for the mains answer writing. Okay, right? Okay, either any doubt na pakelu? Because this is one of the IR issue. It's a very good one, good article. No more statements are needed to study here. These are the overall. Okay, we will move to the next one. நெக்ஸ்ட் த மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஒன். கொஞ்சம் இது நீங்களா படிச்சீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும் இது புரிஞ்சிக்கிறதுக்கு. ஏன்னா இதுல so many things, even the headline itself 3 sections are there. You should know what is section A. You should know what is Citizenship Act. You should know how it fails Assam. Why the Citizenship Act or section A is linked with Assam. These all things you should know. So before that, one basic idea, because you did not study the polity yet. So in the polity or in the constitution, there is an article from 5 to 11. It talks about citizenship. Okay, in that article says how a person or how a person can acquire citizenship. அதாவது என்னென்ன வழிகள் எல்லாம் அந்த நம்ம வந்து ஒரு citizenship வாங்கலாம், இந்தியா குடியுரிமை வாங்கலாம்னு some categories are there. One is by birth, another one is by descent, another one is through registration. Okay, fourth one is through naturalization. Then another one is incorporating of the territory. Okay, these are the 5 different ways a person can get or acquire citizenship of India. It is general knowledge or just a common point. And Citizenship Act passed in the year 1955. These things. Now, so why this article took place now means recently Supreme Court gave one verdict. என்ன சொல்லுச்சுன்னா, it uphold the Assam Accord. Assam Accord na ஒப்பந்தம், an agreement. Okay, so what agreement? What was that accord? Why that accord has been took place? This is another question. It's similar solapana. After independence, after independence, after 1947, after 1947, the partition was two. One is India and Pakistan. Even Pakistan, it had two sections. One is East Pakistan and West Pakistan. Okay, East Pakistan is the Bangladesh, and West Pakistan is the actual Pakistan now. So this happened till the 1971. So 1971, the East Pakistan, that is Bangladesh, liberated or got freedom from the West Pakistan with the help of India. So yeah, so now what happened at the time ennachu appadina, during the time of 1968 time or 1947, okay, in the time 1971, this time huge population or n number of people, they started migration from Bangladesh into India. அதாவது ஏன்னா நம்ம பக்கத்துல தான் இருக்கு, இங்க இருந்து பாகிஸ்தான் போக முடியாதுல்ல. So from 1971 and 68 அந்த டைம்ல நிறைய மக்கள் they enter into India. சரியா, இது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. இப்போ now once the migrants are enter into other countries, then they must have treated the different category. Either they are considered as the migration of war or the non-partition people. Okay, so lots of formalities there. Either you should be registered as a citizenship. Ipa adukku dhaan they passed one act. Okay, and the act, Citizenship Act padi, it gives some of the different dates, which set the different dates. Set the different dates means cut-off date. Okay, cut-off date. The cut-off date enna, what is that cut-off date? யார் யாரெல்லாம் இந்த டேட்டுக்கு முன்னால வரைக்கும் வந்தாங்களோ they are eligible as a citizens of India. Okay, those who are coming before these cut-off date, they are eligible or they are considered as a citizen of India. This is one. Okay, so like that, some of the cut-off date also fixed in this through this section 6A of the Citizenship Act, right? Now what, okay, idu or side appadi vachiko. Now other side, what happened in 1971, that time some protest started. The protest around 1985. During that time there is a protest took place, and the protest enna appadina, the Union of Assam, all Assam Student Union, okay, or மாணவர் அமைப்பு, they were protest against this section A of the Citizenship Act, and they were telling that by allowing the migrants into our land, now they become majority and they are disturbing our culture and they are occupying they are getting the jobs of us. So you should not allow these people to register as a citizen of India. அப்படின்னு ஒரு some protest took place. So in the so now politically there is a settlement took place between the government, central government, and the Assam, the student union, or Assam, that party we can say, or Assam union. Now we can I can say Assam union, and so now both are come to an agreement. Okay, under the leadership of Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Okay, in the year around the year 1985, August 15, 1985. Okay, wait. Okay, so that agreement is called Assam Accord or Assam Oppandam. Okay, now so அந்த ஒப்பந்தத்தைப்படி what it established a form of a framework that ஒப்பந்தம் it established or set up a form of framework, ஒரு வழிமுறை. என்ன வழிமுறை? Either accept or deny Indian citizenship to the migrant in Assam, okay, based on the cut-off date. அதாவது அந்த ஒப்பந்தத்துல கிளியரா என்ன ஒரு முடிவுக்கு வராங்க. Either you accept these migrants or deny Indian citizenship to those person coming from Bangladesh. Those are coming to India before March 25, 1971. அதாவது ஒன்னு அவங்கள வச்சுக்கோ இல்லைன்னா கொடு. யார் அதான் ஒரு கட் ஆஃப் டேட் வச்சுக்கிறேன். March 25, 1971. I will write what are the major cut off dates are there. One cut off date, first overall I will explain, then we will go to the what actually there in the news. One cut off date is July 1948. This is one cut off. Okay, according to this date, whoever coming from Pakistan will get citizenship. இப்ப நினைச்சுக்கோ, பாகிஸ்தான்னா 1948ல பாகிஸ்தான் மீன்ஸ் இட் இஸ் வெஸ்ட் பாகிஸ்தான் அண்ட் ஈஸ்ட் பாகிஸ்தான். அப்ப என்ன, பங்களாதேஷ் தான் அப்ப பாகிஸ்தான் தான். So whoever coming from both the countries, single Pakistan country India வந்தா they will get the citizenship. One. அதுக்கப்புறம் January 9, 1st January date வந்து 1966. இது another one cut off. Okay, so 1966 January 1, the Bangladesh was a part of Pakistan. இது ஒரு cut off date வைக்கிறான். இது ஒரு ஆர்குமெண்ட். the petitioner சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட்ல யார் பெட்டிஷன் போட்டாங்களோ he says இந்த டேட் அப்படி வச்சுக்கோ. அடுத்த டேட் based on the Assam Accord, 25th March to 1971. இந்த டேட்டுக்கு முன்னால யாரெல்லாம் இந்தியாவுக்குள்ள வந்தாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு they will get the citizenship. இப்ப now it is இப்போ வந்து different set of cut off dates for getting citizenship is so somewhat arbitrary nature. ஏன்னா இப்ப நீ 1971க்கு முன்னால வரைக்கும் உள்ள பங்களாதேஷ்ல இருந்து வந்தவங்களுக்கு சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் கொடுத்தா, will you treat them as a Bangladeshi or will you treat them as a Pakistani? ஏன்னா பாகிஸ்தானுக்குன்னு ஒரு டேட் கொடுத்துட்ட. யாரெல்லாம் பாகிஸ்தான்ல இருந்து இந்தியாவுக்குள்ள வந்திருக்காங்களோ 1948க்கு முன்னால அவங்களுக்கு சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் கொடுக்கலான்னு. ஆனா 1966லயும் நீ வந்தா கொடுக்கலாங்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய கேள்விக்குறி. ஏன்னா 1966ல பங்களாதேஷ் இட்செல்ஃப் பாகிஸ்தான். ஏன்னா அதுக்கப்புறம் தானே பெரியது. சோ இது ஒரு கான்ட்ரடிக்டரி டிஃபரண்ட் செட் ஆஃப் கட் ஆஃப் டேட். இதை வச்சுக்கோ. இது ஒன் சைட். ஓகே, இது ஒரு they are using these different cut off dates for the argument, but Supreme Court gives a verdict in different way. இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு ஃபைனலி சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் என்ன சொல்லும், section 6A is not violating the constitution. One, section 6A of the citizenship not violating the article 29. That means the cultural and minority status of the particular place is not violated because of the migrants from other country like Bangladesh. Okay, so this is what the verdict gives. Okay, so now we will see one by one. Come to the article. கொஞ்சம் பொறுமையா கவனி, then only you will get some idea. So என்னன்னா, so read that first paragraph, the line I have mentioned now. The issue என்னன்னா, the 4.4:1 majority ruling constitution bench. Constitution benchல 5 ஜட்ஜ்ல 4 பேர் in favor, ஒருத்தர் மட்டும் oppose பண்ணிருக்காரு. Okay, but we have to take the majority of the decision. And என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்கன்னா, that upheld the constitutional validity of Section A of the Citizenship Act 1955 is significant. Okay, இது என்ன சொல்லுது? It establishes distinct framework for migrants from the former East Pakistan, அதான் பங்களாதேஷ். Okay, who settled in Assam, allowing them to acquire Indian citizenship if they arrived before March 25, 1921. This is what Supreme Court says. ஆனா கொடுக்க கூடாது அப்படின்னு பெட்டிஷனர் சொல்றாரு. இந்த கேஸ் அதான் கேஸ் என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, ஏற்கனவே ஒரு கட் ஆஃப் டேட் கிவ், அந்த டைம் இதே பாகிஸ்தான், இதே பங்களாதேஷ் பீப்புள்ஸ் ஆர் பாகிஸ்தான். இப்ப மறுபடியும் யூ ஆர் எக்ஸ்டெண்டிங் த டேட், இந்த டேட்டுக்குள்ள வந்தவங்களா நீ சிட்டிசன் கொடுன்னு சொன்னா, okay, it has having different impact on the Assam, especially in Assam. சரியா? அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இந்த ஆர்டிகல், இந்த செக்ஷன் ஏ வந்து நீங்க தூர எடுக்கணும், அந்த மாதிரி பெட்டிஷனர் வந்து கொடுக்கிறாரு. ஆனா சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் சொல்றது அது சரிதான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுது. That is why again you read the statement again. The migrants from the former East Pakistan, that is Bangladesh, who settled in Assam, allowing them to get Indian citizenship if they arrived before March 25, 1971. Okay, now what are the issue here they have highlighted? What are they? Chandrasud, the former Chief Justice, what he says, the test of Article 14. Article 14 another, the equality of law, equal protection of law. If you go through the Article 14, it clearly says the state shall not deny any person. So any person means irrespective of the citizen. So Article 14 is applicable for the citizen and non-citizen. அதனால ஆர்டிகல் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் அப்படிதான் தொடங்கும். The article statement starts like this. A stateங்கிறது ஓவராலா இந்தியன் ஸ்டேட் அண்ட் ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் ஆல்சோ. So a state, the state shall not deny to any person, அது சிட்டிசனா இருக்கலாம், நான் சிட்டிசனா இருக்கலாம், ஃபாரினரா இருக்கலாம், whatever it is, whoever it is. So to deny any person equality before law or the equal protection of law. Okay, சட்டத்தின் முன் அனைவரும் சமம், that was that. So while justifying the test of Article 14, taking out the Assam against against the other states said. அப்புறம் இன்னொரு கொஸ்டின் வரும், அஸ்ஸாம் மட்டும் ஏன் இவ்வளவு? ஏன்னா அஸ்ஸாம் மட்டும்தான் பங்களாதேஷ பார்டரோட ஒட்டி இருக்கா, மற்ற ஸ்டேட் இல்லையா? அதுக்கு ஒன் டேட்டா they have given. Other states such as West Bengal தான் highest border share, around 2216.7 kilometer. அதுக்கப்புறம் Tripura sharing around 856 kilometer. Then Meghalaya around 443 kilometer. Then Mizoram 313 kilometer. And Assam just comparative 2600 kilometer. Okay, but the magnitude of influx, அதாவது அதிக மக்கள் உள்ள வர்றது எங்கன்னா அஸ்ஸாம். Other, because of this higher population entered into Assam has some impact over the Assam population. என்ன அப்படின்னா, one is the cultural and political rights. Okay, cultural and political rights of the Assamese, and that tribal population is higher. The impact of 40 lakhs migrations in Assam may considerably greater than the impact of 57 lakh migrants in West Bengal because of Assam's lesser population and land. அதாவது over this many populations are there in the Assam. இது வந்து ஒரு that gave a great impact in their Assam and nearby West Bengal. 1 minute. Read once or 2 minutes. Wait. So now come. So next the article 29. Article 29 என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னா, because of these migrants, the language and the cultural and religion of the Assams are disturbed. This is what the argument put by the petitioner. But the Supreme Court says, do we have any evidence for that? If it does not have any evidence, then we cannot take this one as a validated point. And these are the background. Yes.
இவங்க அசாமுக்குள்ள ஆல்ரெடி வந்து செட்டில் ஆயிட்டாங்க தானே, இதுக்கப்புறம் இது திருப்பி ஒரு பிரச்சனையா? as in like இன்னும் பீப்புள் வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்களா, அதனால இவங்க இதை சொல்றாங்களா?
இப்ப என்னன்னா, ஏற்கனவே வந்து இவ்வளவு பிரச்சனை ஆயி போச்சு. இப்ப வந்து இந்த சப்போஸ் இந்த 6A செக்ஷனை தூக்கிட்டாங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, யாரெல்லாம் அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்தாங்களோ அவங்கள வந்து இல்லீகல் மைக்ரன்ஸ் போட்டுடலாம். அப்ப அவங்க ஒண்ணு டிபோர்ட் பண்ணணும், வேற நாட்டுக்கு, அவங்க சொந்த நாட்டுக்கு போக வைக்கணும், இல்லைன்னா அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணி உள்ள வைக்கணும். அப்போ whatever the schemes, whatever the facilities are deriving from the constitution or from the government should be stopped. புரியுதா?
ஓகே சார்.
அதுதான் பிரச்சனை. ஓகேயா? சோ
ஓகே சார்.
இப்ப என்ன ஆகும்னா, என்ன இந்த பிரச்சனை தொடங்குனதே அஸ்ஸாமோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் யூனியன் வந்து because of these people we are not getting jobs are that means sharing வந்துறல. வீட்ல ஒரு 2 children இருக்குறதுக்கும் 20 children இருக்குறதுக்கும் பிரச்சனை வருமா?
ஆல்ரெடி வந்து செட்டில் ஆயிட்டாங்கன்னா அப்ப அவங்க எல்லாருமே அசாமீஸ் தானே சார். இதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்கள போய் இவங்க எப்படி திருப்பி
அப்படி இல்ல. இப்ப வந்து தமிழ்நாடு இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, தமிழ்நாட்டுல வந்து ஈழம் பீப்புள்ல வந்து தமிழ் பீப்புள் தானே இருந்தாங்க, சரிதானே? during the war, during the Elam war, Tamil peoples were there. Because of war, if half of the population of Tamil Nadu or half of the population or the entire population of Elam coming to the Chennai region, then just imagine. And Varraga means they, according to the act, they got settlement, they got the citizenship. அவங்க வந்துட்டாங்க. பட் என்னதான் இருந்தாலும் they are அகதிகள். பட் அகதிகள் they got the citizenship. அப்ப அவங்களோட ஸ்டேட்டஸ் மாறிடுச்சு. இப்ப மாறினதுனால ஆக்சுவல் பாப்புலேஷன் டபுள் ஆகுது. அந்த டபுளோ ட்ரிபிளோ ஒரிஜின் ஆஃப் த பீப்புளோட சைஸ் கம்மியாகுது, வந்தவங்களோட சைஸ் அதிகமாகுது. இதாங்க பிரச்சனை. அதுக்கப்புறம் பங்களாதேஷ்னு சொன்னா மெஜாரிட்டி முஸ்லிம், கரெக்டா? கரெக்ட் தானே? மெஜாரிட்டி முஸ்லிம் பங்களாதேஷை பொறுத்தவரை, பாகிஸ்தான், ஈஸ்ட் பாகிஸ்தான். அப்ப முஸ்லிம்ஸ் என்டர் இன்டு அசாம் வந்து ஹிந்துஸ். இப்போ பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஹையர் இன்ஃப்ளக்ஸ் ஆஃப் முஸ்லிம் பாப்புலேஷன் பை டேக்கிங் தி அட்வான்டேஜ் ஆஃப் செக்ஷன் A and getting the citizenship, which means what Assam people says, the total religion population is decreased. அதாவது ஹிந்து பாப்புலேஷன் ஒன்ஸ் அப்பான் டைம் இவ்வளவு இருந்து இப்ப இவ்வளவு குறைஞ்சிருச்சு. பெங்காலி ஸ்பீக்கிங் வந்து இவ்வளவு இருந்து இப்ப இவ்வளவு கூடி இருக்குது. அசாமி லாங்குவேஜ் முந்தி அசாமி லாங்குவேஜ் பேசுறவங்களுடைய பெர்சன்டேஜ் இதுக்கு முன்னால இவ்வளவு இருந்து இப்ப இவ்வளவு குறைஞ்சிருச்சு. இப்ப வருது. do you understand what problem it is? இது எப்படி அப்படின்னா, பாலஸ்தீன்ங்கிற ஒரு நாடு, அந்த நாட்டுக்கு இஸ்ரேல் வந்து குடியேறலான்னு பாலஸ்தீன் பெர்மிஷன் கொடுக்குது, கரெக்டா?
எஸ் சார்.
ஒரு முஸ்லிம் கண்ட்ரி ஒரு யூத மக்களுக்கு இடம் கொடுக்குது. கடைசியில என்ன ஆகுது? மொத்த முஸ்லிமி கண்ட்ரி இடத்தை அவன் ஆக்கு பண்ணி யூத கண்ட்ரியா மாறுது. ஓகே, சோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன் வந்துருமோ, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இதுல கொண்டு வரலாம். ஆனா கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் படி என்னன்னா, you accept those people as our citizen. இனி இப்போ வந்து அவங்க வந்து பங்களாதேசி, அவங்க பாகிஸ்தானி கிடையாது. now they are Indian. இந்த மைண்ட் செட் you have to come. so அப்படி வந்தவங்களுமே they are thinking that we are Pakistanis, or once upon a time we are the Pakistanis, or we are still Bangladesh. அந்த மைண்ட் செட்ல இல்ல. so they completely working or betterment of development activities to the nation. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஐடியால தான் சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் gives the verdict. புரியுதா இப்ப என்ன பிரச்சனை எப்படி வருதுன்னு?
ஓகே சார். ஓகே.
இதுதான். இது என்ன இருக்குது பாரு. இங்க just one paragraph we completed. So listen. So in this paragraph This is what about the preservation of local culture, economic strain, political imbalance, இதெல்லாம் they are highlighting. Okay, and என்னாச்சு? Okay, so I said some of the date. January 1, 1966, all Indians who migrated to Assam were declared Indian citizens. You noted it's fine. Between January 1, 1966 and March 25, 1966, citizenship can be granted the people after 10 years of residence in Assam, which means after March 2019, 51. இதுக்கப்புறம் யாரா வந்தா, these people were declared illegal migrants and were liable to deduction and deportation. Okay, liable to deduct, அவங்களை கண்டுபிடிச்சு ஒன்னு டிபோர்ட் பண்ணணும் and they are declared as a illegal migration. அதான் அந்த 3 டேட் நான் சொன்னது. This one, யாராவது இதுக்கு மேல வந்தா மார்ச் 25 அப்புறம் வந்தா, ஓகே, இன்னொரு டேட் இன் பிட்வீன், அதாவது 48ல இருந்து 66 வரைக்கும் வந்தாலுமே, ஜனவரி 1966ல இருந்து in between January 1, 1966 and March 25, 1917, citizenship can be granted to the people after 10 years of residence in Assam. இது ஒரு கண்டிஷன். அது ஏன்னா 48, 58, 60 கிட்டத்தட்ட உனக்கு 18 வருஷம் இருக்குது. இந்த 18 வருஷத்துல 10 வருஷம் அவங்க வாழ்ந்திருந்தாங்கன்னா சிட்டிசன் கொடுக்கலாம். இதெல்லாம் அந்த ஆக்டோட ப்ரொவிஷன். ஆனா இவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்க, அதே கம்ப்ளீட்டா தூக்கு, யார் யாரெல்லாம் இதுக்கு முன்ன, அதாவது 48க்கு அப்புறம் யாரெல்லாம் வந்தாங்களோ அவங்க எல்லாம் கம்ப்ளீட்டா போக சொல்லு. அந்த இதுதான் அவங்க ஆர்குமெண்ட். அப்ப ஏன் போக சொல்லுன்னு கேட்கும்போது they are the entire population, entire migrated population affected our constitution, article 14, article 29. Okay, so many example they give, but Supreme Court simply says, okay, give the proper data. As we will see now. So there is a violation of article 29 of the constitution. The cultural and linguistic displacement. Article 29 of the constitution guarantee that protection of distinct culture and linguistic identities within India. Assamoda culture, the Hindu culture, and Assamoda identity, Assami language, the data shows by the petitioner that both has been affected. Okay, in numbers. Okay, I will come later here. And the court held that section 6A was not violative of article 29A, but the court says அது violate பண்ணல, இவங்க violate பண்றாங்க. அவங்க எப்படி violate பண்ணல, stating that mere presence of different ethnic group, சிம்பிளி ஒரு டிஃபரெண்ட் குரூப் அங்க இருக்கிறதுனால, ஒரு ஸ்டேட்ல வாழ்றதுனால, does not automatically infringe upon the cultural rights guaranteed by the constitution. அதுக்காக நீ சொல்ல முடியாது அவங்களுடைய கலாச்சார உரிமைக்கு இன்ஃப்ரிஞ்ச்னா ஒரு முட்டுக்கதையா இருக்கிறாங்கன்னு நீ சொல்ல முடியாது. ஏன்னா அந்த கல்ச்சரல் ரைட்ஸ் இஸ் given to them also. Okay, it is not only for Assamese people, it is for the migrated people also. Okay, and it said article 29 conveys the right to conserve culture, which is interrelated, and allowing section of 6A citizenship to take positive steps to protect their language, script, culture. அப்புறம் இன்னும் சொல்லுது court. The court emphasized that the petitioner failed to prove that the influx of migrants facilitated by the section A directly hindered or Assamese people ability to take steps to conserve their culture. அதாவது இவங்க வந்தனாலதான் இவங்க கல்ச்சர் வந்து இப்போ குறையுது, இவங்களுடைய ரிலீஜியன் அஃபெக்ட் ஆகுது, இவங்களுடைய லாங்குவேஜ் குறைஞ்சிருக்குன்னு கிளியர் கட்டா சொல்ல முடியல. That is why Supreme Court did not take any step against the section 6A. Even though some data they have given, see that these are the data, because the data, but there is no proper evidence. The changes of the religion and language composition in the state of Assam in northeast India in the statistical analysis since 51 and 2001 என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னா, Bengali speaking population in Assam increased by 29%. அதாவது பெங்கால் மொழி பேசுறவங்களுடைய சதவீதம் 21% உயர்ந்திருக்கு. எதுல இருந்து? 21ல இருந்து 29. ஓகே, அண்ட் சாரி 29%. அப்புறம் 27% 21 குறைஞ்சிருக்கு. அதோட அசாமி ஸ்பீக்கிங் பீப்புள் இஸ் டிக்ளைன்ட் பை 12%. another one further. Again, from 51 to 2011, the percentage of the Bengali speaking population in Assam had increased by 36.36%. Okay, so these are some linguistic data they are showing. Then the proportion of Assami speaking people in the state declined 30%. So it was based on the linguistic data. The one of the most striking constitutional flaw in the section 6A is its temporal unreasonableness as a concept under the doctrine of manifest arbitrariness. இது வந்து ஒரு principle வேணா நோட் பண்ணிக்கோ. What is temporal unreasonableness? Okay. That's one of the doctrine of manifest arbiter. அதாவது ஏதாவது ஒரு இஷ்யூ வந்து காலம் கடந்து வரும்போது அது மேல அவ்வளவா ஒரு இம்பாக்ட் இருக்காதுங்கிறது அதோட பிரின்சிபல். That is what to call the temporal unreasonableness. அதோட மீனிங். எழுதணும்னா இது எப்படி எழுதிக்கலாம்னா the doctrine of manifest it suggests that a provision of any law or section of law can become unreasonable. Okay, ஏதாவது ஒரு லாவோட ஒரு இது unreasonable due to the passage of time. அதாவது காலம் கடந்து வரும்போது அது ஒரு காரணம், அது ஒரு காரணமா இருக்காது. if it was a constitutional and valid when in conduct or when in that particular provision. இதுதான், அதாவது என்னன்னா கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷனல் படி அதோட வேலிடிட்டி இருக்கும். பட் காலம் கடந்து போகும்போது you cannot blame simply because of these people there is an attack on religion, attack on linguistic அப்படின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. This is what a principle. Okay. And another one issue they carried, more than 40 years after the cut-off date, the law still remains in force, which rendered it ineffective addressing the original problem. இது ஒண்ணு. Then another, the faulty mechanism. One more point is highlighted, அதாவது negative side, அதாவது என்னென்ன குறைபாடு. The section 6A3 is flawed. ஏன் அதுல ஒரு தப்பு இருக்கு. என்னன்னா it places the burden of initiating proceedings on the state without providing a means for voluntary self-identification by migrant. அதாவது என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம்னா இவங்களாவே ஒரு வாலண்டரியா வந்து மைக்ரேட்டட் அந்த ஒரு இது இல்ல அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். That is why the suspected illegal immigrants must be referred to a foreigners tribunal. அப்ப அதாவது தாங்களாவே முன் வந்து இது பண்றது அப்படி இல்ல அப்படின்னா யாருன்னே தெரியாதுல்ல. அது that is what the article section 6A3 must have some special provision. அப்படி இருந்தா நல்லா இருந்திருக்கும் அது. And it seems the court wrote the judgment to simply justify the enactment of section A. The ruling fails to address key constitutional concern. இது வந்து என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா அந்த அஸ்ஸாம் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு அதாவது நெகட்டிவ் வேல கொடுக்குறாங்க அட்வைஸ். அந்த ரூலிங் கவர்மெண்ட் கரெக்டா கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷனல் கன்சர்ன் ஏத்த மாதிரி கொடுத்திருக்கணும். particularly those regarding the cultural and demographic impact on Assam indigenous population. Okay, indigenous population அங்க இருக்கிறவங்க, வந்தவங்க population, migrated people, அது. So judgments overlooked how unchecked migrant has eroded the linguistic and cultural identity of the Assamese people. The violation of Article 29 is protective intent. Moreover, the courts neglect the provisions of temporal unreasonableness. இது okay, this is what overall. இதுல ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தா கேளுங்க. If overall issue you know.
Section 6A3 னா என்ன சார் சொன்னீங்க? Burden of initiating proceeding on the state.
The section
6A3.
It places the burden of initiating proceeding on the state without providing the means for voluntary self-identification by migrants. அதாவது அதாவது இண்டிஜினியஸ், அதாவது அந்த செக்ஷன் 3 வந்து இண்டிஜினியஸ் பீப்புள் அண்ட் மைக்ரண்ட் பீப்புள்ங்கிற ஒரு கிளியர் கட் இது கொடுக்கல. ஓவர் கம்ஸ் யூ கம் சிம்பிளி கமாண்ட் ரெஜிஸ்டர் அண்ட் கன்சிடர் யூ ஆர் ஆல்சோ இண்டிஜினியஸ் பர்சன் ஆஃப் த ஸ்டேட். அந்த ஒரு ஐடியால இருக்குது, அது இல்லாம இருந்திருக்கணும்னு சொல்லுது. புரியுதா? அதாவது that section subsection 3 வந்து it has initiated a proceeding on the state and the state government, the state overall country we can. So without providing means அப்படின்னா it should have provided a section for whoever comes as a migrant self identification படி ஒரு டிக்ளேர் பண்ணியிருந்திருக்கணும், ஏதாவது ஒரு இது இருந்திருக்கணும். அப்படின்னா என்ன ஆகும்? சாகர வரைக்கும் I'm a citizen of India but I'm originally I belong to யாரு? பங்களாதேஷ். இப்ப சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல இந்திய வம்சாவளி, நீ என்னதான் நம்ம அமெரிக்கன் சிட்டிசன் பண்ணாலும் பட் ஒரிஜின் சொல்ல போனா இவங்க இந்திய வம்சாவளி தானே வரும். அந்த இது இல்லன்னு சொல்றாங்க. இங்க இந்த செக்ஷன் என்ன சொல்ல, கம்ப்ளீட்லி பிளைண்ட்லி அக்செப்ட் ஓகே you have changed or you are a part of the Indian citizen அப்படி வந்துருது. அதாவது once a person converted from Hindu to Christian, Hindu, okay, now totally you are completely changed. அந்த மாதிரி புரியுதா இப்ப?
ஓகே சார், ஓகே.
இப்ப இதுல கேட்கலாம், சப்போஸ் சார் அந்த மாதிரி ப்ரொவிஷன் இருந்தா என்ன ஆகும்? சோ அவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கிளாஷ் வராது. அப்போ whenever they are going for the employment, whenever any government scheme, அப்போ are you the indigenous of India people or outsiders or migrated and got the Indian citizenship, அப்போ நீ உனக்கு இந்த சலுகைகள் கிடையாது அப்படி இருக்கும். புரியுதுல்ல?
ஓகே சார்.
அந்த கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் ரொம்ப அழகா, ரொம்ப இன்னசென்ட்டா, ஓபன் வித் ஆர்ம்ஸ். ஓகே, you all my children, you come and sit and enjoy what my own students are, my own children are enjoying, the same will be provided to you. இதுதான் அங்க பிரச்சனை கொண்டு வருது. இன்னும் சிம்பிளா சொல்ல போனா வளர்ப்பு மகனுக்கும் பெற்ற மகனுக்கும் கொடுக்கக்கூடிய என்ன சொல்றது ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ். அப்போ both will get into class. புரியுதா? இதுக்கு மேல சிம்பிளா சொல்ல முடியாது.
புரியுது சார்.
அவ்வளவுதான். Shall we move to next one? Next, this is the Gaganyaan flight. இது வந்து இந்த introduction I gave some point. நீங்களும் கொஞ்சம் point note பண்ணிக்கோ. First time who went to the space from India? Which year? ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? இது ஒரு GK. The first person from India went to space. In which year? இயர் மறந்தாலும் கூட பரவாயில்ல. யார் அந்த பர்சன் பேர் சொல்லுங்க.
ராகேஷ் சர்மா சார்.
வெரி குட், ராகேஷ் சர்மா. இயர் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா?
இயர் தெரியல சார்.
1984 இந்திரா காந்தி டைம்ல. சரியா? And ராகேஷ் சர்மா and he was staying in space around 8 days, I think so. 8 days he was in the space. Okay, he went through Russian spacecraft. இதான். After that, now we are planning to establish a vehicle. So Gaganyaan means already I said it's a space vehicle in Sanskrit. Okay, aim enna to sending the astronauts, Indian astronauts to space, or the I said already LEO, lower Earth orbit. Lower Earth orbit means around 400 kilometers from the Earth, and aim is staying the make Indian astronauts stay in space for 3 days. After 3 days they have to come back. So for that they are designing, they are making the vehicle. This is what the project. Adula they have they have succeeded to assemble this part. Okay, this one. And one more term also there in GK point of view. Have you heard about this one, Vayomitra? This is also Sanskrit word, but it's related to Gaganyaan project. Have you heard this one? In Sanskrit, it is called space friend. இது என்ன? It's a female humanoid. Humanoid. It's a female.
Robot.
Robot. Okay, it's a female humanoid. that was sent to the space in the last year. That check பண்றதுக்கு. Okay. And one more GK point of view, government has selected the 4 person already to go to space. 4 person selected. They are from the Indian Navy. Name வேணா எழுதிக்கோ. One is the Prasant Palakrishna Nair. Prasant. Another one is Ajit Krishna. And the third one is the Angat Pratap. Angat Pratap. Another. Then Shubhanshu Sukla. The fourth one, Shubhanshu Sukla. இதெல்லாம் they are the one. And now much more இங்க என்னன்னா assembly of human rated launch vehicle. This one is taking place in the Satish Saran தேவையில்லை. இதெல்லாம் technical things no need. And this is important. This is what I explained about the Gaganyaan project, the demonstration of human space capability by launching a crew of 3 members to an orbit, but actually 4 members, for a 3-day mission, bringing them back safely to the Earth and landing in the seawater. Already it has carried out 3 uncrewed missions and 1 crewed mission. Okay, these are all okay. No much more points related to this article. We'll go to the next one. And agree carbon market is totally environment subject related topic. Okay, here it has 2 different carbon credits are there. Let's wait. One is no, here it is not mentioned. Okay. So this is what it talks about in agriculture. By using some methods, and we can reduce or we can purchase the carbon credit by implementing certain projects. Okay, so what are those projects? It is there. So that project aim is to mitigate the climate change. Okay, the problems related to climate change. Then and this one, the carbon markets and their working, how it is working. This already it was talks in the COP29. Okay, in November 24 it took place, Conference of Parties, where it was announced. See, India announced that it would launch its own compliance and voluntary carbon market. Recently, the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, in collaboration with the Indian Council of Agriculture Research and State Universities, listed 5 agriculture carbon credit projects in VERA. The VERA one term you noted down. VERA means it is the it's a non-profit organization. Okay, it's a VERA means non-profit organization that operate a very verified carbon standard. So based on their input, different projects are implemented. Those projects will help to reduce or mitigate the climate change and reduce the carbon, the greenhouse gases. Okay, and because of that one, we can get the carbon credit from the United Nations, or that United Nations Framework on Climate Change Fund is there. There we can claim. This is what the topic. And one more point, the carbon, it has 2 key principles. This is what I was looking for. The carbon markets. One is the additionally and permanence, and additionality and permanence. So additionality, it ensures emission reduction happen only due to carbon credit, requiring farmer to adopt new practices. Farmers are adopting new practice. Because of new practice, the emission is reduced. So because of emission reduced, then they are getting the credit, carbon credit. and those who already use sustainable methods are not eligible for credit. Permanence refers to the long-term durability of these benefits. Okay, இது the ஓவராலா சொல்ல போனா இதுக்கு எக்ஸாம்பிள் நான் இருக்குது என்னென்னலாம் இந்த கார்பன் கிரெடிட் கீழே வரும், என்னென்ன மெத்தட்லாம் பாரு. Such as ensuring carbon stored in the soil through reduced tillage is not lost due to the return to conventional ploughing. The project aims to generate and trade carbon credit must adhere to certain conditions, including additionality and permanence. அதாவது permanence talks about long-term changing method. Additionality talks about short-term changing methods. Okay, and for that, the VERA, the non-profit organization, gives some project. By using that project, they can show because of that one my carbon emission has decreased, so we will get in a credit in the form of money, dollar or whatever it is. That money they can use for the development purpose. Okay, and there are some procedures also there how we can get the carbon credit from the international organization. These things are there. And one point here mentioned, in just 4 years over 50 agriculture carbon farming project has been listed in the VERA registry, targeting 1.6 million hectares of farmland in India. These projects aims to generate approximately 4.7 million carbon credit annually. Okay, and yes, and offsetting the greenhouse gas emitting from 11 billion miles driven by the average gasoline powered vehicle. So these are all, you read one. Okay, and where they have implemented this project like Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, okay, in this area. And இதுல என்ன உங்களுக்கு clarity இல்லைன்னா once you read it once, then you text a message to me in any terms if you are not getting here. Okay, and this one GK news, that the Venkatachalapati, he won Sahitya Akademi Award because he worked a lot on Vivo Chidambaram. In short, we will call VOC. Okay, and why he has what work he has done, that he has, it is here. He wrote one book, Tirunelveli Elutchiyum VOCM. This is what Elutchi means, uprising. So uprising, why in the entire Tirunelveli region uprising happens, because once upon a time the VOC, VO Chidambaram, this one, he was arrested by arrested because he was praising the freedom fighter Bipin Chandra. Okay, and he informed the people to boycott foreign goods, and uprising remain in the testament to how society has all revolted against the British rule. And every public building in Tirunelveli town except the sub-registrar office was attacked either at the time. And that is because of the act called the Sedition Committee report. That means there was an act passed, Rowlatt Act. Okay, so based on this one, these revolt took place. Okay, he had collected and did research on these areas and contribution of VOC in those areas. That is why he got Sahitya Akademi Award. Okay, and this one in the beginning I said it talks about EVM machine. Whenever elections are got over, the next objective will come into a contradictory topic, that is EVM machine. Always they are blaming on the EVM machine. Even a day before yesterday also, the opposition parties are raising challenging to the ruling party that if you are going for the ballot paper, okay, ballot paper, you won't be in power like that. But the article says, but there is no proper evidence has been given, and the election commission also very silent on them. That is why here the article says the election commission of India needs to come clean on the risk of electronic tampering with the EVMs, not among them there is no evidence that suggests the risk of manipulation remotely through programming either. And but one evidence என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, the possible among them, the possibility of old style manual capture of EVM in the booth dominated by one party and where polling agents of opponents are absent. அது என்ன அதாவது EVM மிஷின் மேல டவுட் இல்ல. This article says. ஆனா the process conducted during election கமிஷனே கரப்ட்னு சொல்ல வராரு. எப்படின்னா அதுக்கு என்ன பாரு, the massive turnout recorded in many places in the closing hour of polling. அப்படின்னா என்ன, 5 மணிக்கு எலெக்ஷன் முடியுதுன்னா 4:30 4:45 இருந்து 5 மணிக்குள்ள எவ்வளவு அந்த மிஷின்ல குத்த முடியுமோ குத்திடுறாங்க. ரெண்டும் ஒண்ணுதான், கள்ள ஓட்டு மாதிரி தானே இதுவும். அதாவது மெஷின் கிளீன், பட் the man who is the guardian of the machine is corrupted one. That is what they are telling. This article is highlighting. This trend has not been satisfactorily explained by the election commission. அப்புறம் large scale of addition and deletion of voters name are now pattern. Okay, so election commission உள்ளே இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கும்போது how we can blame on EVM? This is what the article says. So அப்ப என்ன பண்ணலாம், opposition parties they have to highlight the issue of this one rather than blaming on the machine. ஏன்னா EVM மிஷினுக்கு உனக்கு இன்னொரு இருக்கு, VVPAT இருக்குது, VVPT PAT. ஸோ அது எனக்கு வந்து என்னுடைய கவுண்டிங்ல டவுட் இருந்துன்னா ஐ கேன் அப்ளை டு த எலெக்ஷன் கமிஷன் ஃபார் ரீகவுண்டிங் தி அனதர் ஒன், த விவிபிஏட். அதாவது நான் ஓட்டு போட்டதுக்கான அத்தாரம் அங்க அதுக்குள்ளே மறுபடியும் விழும், அதை அக்கவுண்ட் பண்ண சொல்லலாம். ஓகே, இதுதான். Then this is the formulate the policy to manage sacred crows. இது ஒன்று காமன் டாபிக் ரிலேட்டட் என்வாயர்மெண்ட். என்னன்னா sacred groves na enna, they are the patches of trees, okay, traditionally protected by local communities for their religious and cultural significance. என்ன நமக்கு தமிழ்நாட்டுல சொல்ல போனா என்ன அந்த இது neem tree, they are the sacred one. சரிதானே, neem tree and one more tree is there, I forgot those trees. So those trees should not be eradicated. Okay, that tree should be conservated. Adan solradhu, the conservation of the local it is the conservation of local biodiversity. So these small forests are commonly found in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka and Maharashtra. And a recommendation gives, adan solranga, the center had noted the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 empowered states for declaration of any private or community land as a community reserve for protecting fauna and flora, okay, and traditional cultural conservation value and practice according to this act. Okay, இதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். என்னன்னா the another one, the court என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்க, first you take the survey எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் இந்த மாதிரி sacred trees and crows forests are there, so that it is very easy to state to protect those one. This what. And another center that the National Forest Policy 1988 என்னதுல இந்த it encouraged the communities with customary rights to improve these forest patches on which they depend for their needs. அது ஒன்று. One more example, People and Tree Village shows how the community driven initiative come to effectively address social, ecological and environmental challenges in the cohesive manner. This one example he has given. And sacred groves have immense ecological value. Sacred groves should be identified and protected as community reserve to ensure their preservation against unauthorized land use changes. Okay, actually சிம்பிளா சொல்ல போனா இது ஒரு community forest where trees and the forest are considered as a most sacred one. அது பொதுவா இது எங்க இருக்குன்னா the tribal areas அதுல வரும். Okay, so for the sake of development it should not be eradicated. அதுதான் highlight பண்ணுது. So one more news clip I forgot to add, that is the direct tax is the one news was there. Net direct tax collection raised. அப்படின்னா என்னன்னா around அதாவது around 15.82 lakhs they have collected from the direct tax. இதுல நோட் பண்ண வேண்டியது எதெல்லாம் டைரக்ட் டாக்ஸ் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோ. அதாவது பர்சனல் இன்கம் டாக்ஸ், ஓகே, கார்பரேட் டாக்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் நேரம் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோ. இன்கம் டாக்ஸ், பர்சனல் இன்கம் டாக்ஸ் அண்ட் கார்பரேட் டாக்ஸ். தென் செக்யூரிட்டிஸ் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் டாக்ஸ், அப்புறம் வெல்த் டேக்ஸ், சொத்து வரி, வெல்த், then பேலன்ஸ் பேங்கிங் கேஷ் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் டேக்ஸ், அப்புறம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்ல வர டேக்ஸ், எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் டேக்ஸ், கிஃப்ட் டேக்ஸ். கிஃப்ட் டேக்ஸ் என்ன, 11 கோடி கிடைச்சால 4 கோடி டேக்ஸா போயிருது, gift tax, then hotel receipt tax, அப்புறம் fringe benefit tax. Fringe benefit tax na same Kugesh got around 78 lakhs BMW car by Velamal college, I think so. Okay, அதுக்கு tax, அதான் fringe, because of someone you are getting benefit, so someone has to pay tax for that one, so that is fringe benefit tax. So these are the 10 tax are comes under the direct tax. Okay, so through this direct tax, the government has collected around 15.8 lakh crore rupees. And again, the government has set a target in the financial year 2025. எவ்வளவு அப்படின்னா around 22 lakhs crore they are targeted to collect. 22 lakhs crore. Okay, this is the topics, this is the points in these that topic. Okay, I think this is sufficient today. And what are the points we had discussed, keep remember and note it down. If any ஏதாவது doubt இருந்தா கேளுங்க. Almost we cover everything. There is no doubt, we can leave. Okay, shall we leave then?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow no class, and next class on Monday I will inform you, because tomorrow I'm going to native, so I will inform you. Anyway, I will update the news topics. Suppose if I could not able to take the class from my native place, then important news I will collect it into the separate file, and all together I will explain. Okay. So okay, we will leave now. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, sir.